Britain lost over 700,000 soldiers in World War I. 2,236 of these soldiers worked for York's railway. For the city, the railway has played a major role.
The significance of the event is to remember those from the North Eastern Railway who volunteered to serve on active service in the Great War. They came for the North Eastern Railway, which is obviously synonymous with York and was based here in the surrounding buildings next to this memorial. This was the original station, which is now the council offices, and the Lutyens Memorial is one of the preserved memorials under a listing that actually commemorates these people.
With this year marking the centenary since World War I, for many it's a time to reflect.
For me personally, it's remembering family, hence this side, grandfather and father. My late father was literally on the last boat to leave Dunkirk. I remember my dad. Dad's been gone 30 years now, so it's a way of remembering my father. Unfortunately, I didn't know my grandfather. My grandfather served in the Royal Marine Artillery during the First War. Was there from the beginning, hence star there, 1415. Sadly, he died. You know, if this conflict hadn't happened, what were the consequences? The outcome really doesn't bear thinking about. And I think certainly during World War I, the concept was everybody wanted to do their bit.
The railway industry is deep-rooted in York's heritage.
Well, the North Eastern Railway Company was founded and came from York. It was one of the biggest employers. The National Railway Museum actually is sited on the old motive power depot where they kept the vehicles. That opened in 1878. The North Eastern Railway Company brought commercial trade and the railways to York. The station, that was the focal point. I've worked for the National Railway Museum for 16 years. And I came along as representing the National Railway Museum as part of the group that led the wreath on behalf.
As well as remembering those lives that were lost in the war, it's important to remember the impact that they had on our lives today.
You know, you go to defend lots of things, not only your friends, yourself. You defend what we have today. We have our freedom. You know, we have freedom of speech. You know, I mean, if my father, you know, I wouldn't be here. So, you know, you have to remember those that didn't come home, that completely destroyed families.
We are trying to keep that memory alive. We are the custodians of the memory of all those names up there, and we want to keep this association alive and try and keep it in York's public memory.
With the remembrance of the armistice taking place this Sunday, people will be joining together to pay their respects to keep the memory of the fallen alive. York Atkinson, That's TV.